It is week 76 of my GLP-1 journey, and I'm so glad to know that I am not alone. It was about a year ago that someone commented on one of my videos that if I continued taking a GLP-1 medication, I was going to die. And guess what? In one of this week's polls, so many of you guys shared similar, worse, or close to comments that have been shared when people learned about you using a GLP-1 medication as well. I mean, reading that out loud, I'm not gonna lie, it's terrifying, right? I'm human, but I'm also a believer and I trust that God is in control of my life. I pray to Him every week right before I take that injection. I ask Him to remove all the risks and complications and to protect me and to allow the medication to be a blessing to my health. And thus, it has been the case for the last 76 weeks, and I continue to pray and trust that it will continue to be, for many, many, many more weeks, months, and years to come, because every good gift comes from Him. In today's video, I really want to deep dive into this poll about some of the worst things that people have said about using GLP-1 medications. Some of the comments were outrageous. Some made me laugh. Others definitely broke my heart. And a few of them, it's fair to say, they need a little fact checking. Let's get into it. The question of the poll was, what is the worst thing that someone has said to you about using a GLP-1? I gave you guys 4 options of the most popular ones that I have seen on the web. And in the comment section, a lot of you guys actually shared other equally horrific things that have been said to you about being on these drugs. The leading response with over 40% of you guys selecting it was, you're going to gain it all back. Second one was, you're just taking the lazy or easy way out. The third leading response or worst thing that people have said to you was, you got to just stop eating. You don't need to take these medications. And the fourth was being that weight loss doesn't count. Specific to my comment, and I do have a video in the channel about this, several of you shared similar things like it's going to kill you or it's going to cause blindness. The medication is so bad for you, like health-wise. But here's the truth. Every medication carries a risk, from the over-the-counter Tylenol and cortisone cream to the prescription medications like Zepbound, Wegovy, Mounjaro, and Ozempic. These medications require medical supervision. Listen, fear without facts help no one. Millions of people worldwide are now using GLP-1 medications, and researchers are monitoring their safety very closely. That doesn't mean these medications are right for everyone. It doesn't mean that side effects aren't real, but saying you're going to die isn't evidence. It's just fear, and fear shouldn't make medical decisions. You'll gain it all back. This one won the poll, and honestly, there's some truth mixed with misunderstanding here. In the SURMOUNT-4 trials, participants who stopped tirzepatide regained a significant amount of weight over the following 52 weeks, while those who stayed on the treatment largely maintained their weight loss. But notice something that the study does not say. It doesn't say everyone gained all their weight back. It doesn't say healthy habits don't matter. And it certainly doesn't say the medication failed. Obesity is a chronic disease that needs treatment, like high blood pressure. If somebody stops using their blood pressure medication, their blood pressure is going to rise. If somebody stops their cholesterol medication, their cholesterol is going to rise again. That doesn't mean the medications never worked. It means they were treating an ongoing condition. I like to think of it as a relapsing disease. I lost weight naturally 3 other times in my lifetime. And guess what happened? I gained it all back because I relapsed, because my biology made it really hard for me to keep the weight off. Next response in the poll, it's the easy way out. And I know this one frustrates so many of us because the people saying it rarely sees what actually happens behind the scenes. They don't see all the protein we're eating, the meal planning, the grocery shopping, the gym, the walks, the constipation, the nausea, the strength training, the food choices, the doctor's appointments, the battle with the insurance company, the pharmacy always being out of the medication, the shame that we feel from society blaming us for our disease. This isn't easy. It's just different. One of you guys shared in the comments, I don't care if people think I'm cheating. And this is a concept, a philosophy, an idea that I really want to adopt more because it has been hard for me to be open with close ones, with friends and family, and tell them that I'm using these medications because I don't want all of the hard work, blood, sweat, and tears that I have poured during this journey to be taken away from me the minute they find out, oh, you only lost 80 pounds because you're using a GLP-1. Because those are like famous last words that usually follow after you share with someone how you lost the weight. Oh, it's only because you're using a medication. Otherwise, you could have done it naturally. Honestly, we don't owe anyone an explanation. Our healthcare decisions are between us and our medical teams. I loved all the conversation that was going on in the comments. Some of the responses that made me smile, somebody said, I don't tell anybody. I mean, that's me. Like, I just don't tell anybody. And somebody else wrote, where's the all button? Like all of the above. And that definitely made me laugh when I first read it. Someone else said, I started at 380 pounds. At what price was I supposed to keep living? And that one stopped me because sometimes people become so focused on criticizing the medication that they forget the disease that we are treating. Obesity itself carries risks. Doing nothing has risks too. So if we finally have the tool that is going to help us remove all of those risks, why wouldn't we take a gamble on that? If you've ever been judged, questioned, or even made to feel less just because you're using a GLP-1, I hope you hear this. Your worth has never depended on how you lose weight. Whether somebody lost weight through lifestyle alone, through bariatric surgery, through a pill, through a injection, through any other medication, they still deserve dignity. They still deserve kindness. They still deserve compassion. And they still deserve better than shame. I love to hear from you. If you didn't get to share, tell me in the comments, what is the worst thing that someone has said to you about using a GLP-1? Before I let you go, I want to thank everyone who participated in the Renfo Smart Tape giveaway that I hosted in my tirzepatide dose by dose video just last week. Somewhere here on here, I'm going to go ahead and insert a clip of me spinning the wheel of names with all of the entries. Congratulations to our lucky winner. I'm going to go ahead and pin your handle in the comments of this video. Please be sure that you reach out to me by email so that I can verify your account and you can claim your prize. I am definitely working on more giveaways for you guys, so be sure to subscribe to the channel, hit the like on this video so that it'll be suggested to others who are starting their GLP-1 journey. Until next time, friends, let's keep losing the weight. Bye.